On Apple Valley News Now, cold temperatures and the possibility of our first snowfall of the season.
That's right. Conditions could mean snowfall in the Tri-Cities and the region, plus heavy snowfall in the mountains. I'm tracking all the latest developments in my First Alert weather forecast.
And Washington Senator Patty Murray and the potential expansion of federal student aid eligibility.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Check out this time-lapse video of gray skies over eastern Washington earlier today. Tonight, we're awaiting the possibility of the first snowfall of the season. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. We're going to get right over to Stacy Lee, who's tracking the latest developments in our First Alert forecast.
I'm checking out the radar right now. Been watching it just kind of making its way around the Tri-Cities, but we've been seeing light snowfall in the Yakima Valley all the way down the valley to about Prosser or so. And even some folks, we got reports in that West Richland is starting to see a little band of snow just starting. And I do see a little mixed precip here in the Tri-Cities. So it's just as we are commuting back tonight, we want to be safe out there. Heavy snow for the Cascade Mountains, 10 to 20 inches, 30 inches above 5,000 feet. We could see blizzard-like conditions in the Mount Hood area over the weekend, and Blue Mountains, well, they're going to expect anywhere from 10 to 20 inches. So very active weather over the next few days. Here's the future cast. This is what we're going to see for accumulation tomorrow morning. Not too much, just 0.2 inches Tri-Cities, closer to about a half an inch in Yakima, and then up the valley a little bit more so. But as the day continues, we're going to pick up a little more snow. Keep an eye right here on Cle Elum. They're going to see a lot of snow here by Saturday, overnight Saturday, up to 10 inches. Now, that's going to impact Snoqualmie Pass this weekend. So this first band will be light snow in the area, and then the heavier system comes in on Saturday. So lots of active weather through the region. The good news is we'll see warmer temperatures. We're sitting right at the freezing level right now in our Legends Casino Skycam. Winds at 5 miles an hour, and our feels like temp 27 degrees. So get ready for that light snow, wintry mix, and some commute problems tomorrow morning. Heavy snow in the Cascades and Blues through Sunday. Wet, warm, and windy for the rest of the weekend in the lower elevations. I'll get to all the details in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. For years, students and their parents have struggled to fill out the FAFSA paperwork that's needed to apply for financial aid, a process that can take hours or even days to complete. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us, thanks to a new financial aid law championed by Washington Senator Patty Murray, there will soon be an easier way.
By the end of the year, students will be able to access a whole new application, a simplified version of the process that means less questions to answer and less time to fill it out.
In some cases, applicants will go from having to answer over 100 possible questions to fewer than 20.
Cutting the time down from hours to minutes. Plus, students won't have to manually input tax information because the FAFSA will have a direct line to the IRS.
Someone experiencing homelessness, which is about 300,000 students, will be able to complete the form even if they can't get information from their parents.
Plus, big changes in eligibility requirements for financial aid.
In Washington State, what that means is nearly 15,000 new students are now eligible for Pell Grants, and nearly 24,000 more students will be able to get the maximum amount.
The new law also restores Pell Grant eligibility for students who have been incarcerated, defrauded, or have had drug-related offenses.
Keeping with the spirit of simplifying FAFSA, you can really sum up what this means for students in 4 simple words. Less paperwork, more help. That's it.
Research shows that students who apply for financial aid are 84% more likely to go into post-secondary education. So they're hoping that by making this whole process easier for students, they'll be able to get more of them into college. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Emily. Washington has set a new record for low voter turnout in a general election at just over 36%. That is the worst our state has seen since they began tracking voter turnout back in the 1930s. Tracking previous record lows, the majority have happened during odd year cycles when voter fatigue is particularly high. That's why the Northwest Progressive Institute and other organizations are in favor of a Senate bill that was introduced last session. It would give cities and towns the ability to switch their elections over to even years to increase voter participation.
The amount of energy required to get someone to care when they're unplugged, disengaged, not dialed in is a lot more than getting them to care about a local contest on a ballot they're already going to vote.
So the bill is currently parked in the Senate and Rules Committee, and lawmakers will resume their consideration of the bill starting in January. New tonight, 2 arrests in connection with a deadly shooting in Burbank, Washington that happened 14 years ago. The Walla Walla County Sheriff's Office says authorities arrested 31-year-old Luis Reyna Carrillo of California on a first-degree murder warrant in September. Authorities linked him to the crime through DNA evidence. Officers also arrested his wife for first-degree rendering criminal assistance. Those arrests are linked to the deadly shooting of Jose Ramon Hernandez Solis in Burbank, Washington in 2010. The Sheriff's Office says both suspects are in custody in Walla Walla County and awaiting trial. A Pasco woman has learned her fate on charges of trafficking rainbow-colored fentanyl. A judge sentenced 38-year-old Amy Lynn Loza to 9 years in prison. According to court documents, a Tri-Cities Metro Drug Task Force and the DEA investigated several fentanyl traffickers in the Tri-Cities back in October of last year. Now, during the search of a home in Richland and a bedroom in Kennewick, agents located more than 14,000 brightly colored fentanyl pills, along with a pound of meth and other evidence. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Loza admitted to authorities that she was involved in trafficking fentanyl, said she had just purchased 17,000 fentanyl pills. She will have to serve 5 years supervision following her release from prison. New tonight, a traffic alert. WashDOT is planning to paint the Blue Bridge, and that could mean months of slowdowns for drivers here in the Tri-Cities. Contractors working for WashDOT will begin setting up staging equipment on the bridge in December. Work to repaint the bridge won't start until January, but during the work, drivers will eventually find traffic down to 1 lane in each direction for several months. The bridge's speed limit will also be reduced from 55 miles per hour to 45. The work is expected to wrap up by early 2025, but drivers are encouraged to take other options when crossing the Columbia River until then. A new battery manufacturing company is opening its doors in Moses Lake, bringing hundreds of new jobs to the community. Both state and Eastern Washington leaders got a sneak peek at the new plant on Wednesday. Right now, a majority of electric vehicle battery materials are from China. But Sila's CEO says the goal is to create a domestic supply chain to make electric vehicles more affordable here in the U.S.
And so it's critical for us to have a domestic supply chain for batteries for a lot of reasons. And the right way to do that isn't to try to catch up with old technology. It's really to build the future technology here first.
The company expects to hire up to 500 full-time workers for their new facility. It's working with Big Bend Community College and the Columbia Basin Technical Skills Center to provide vocational training for Eastern Washington students. Construction for equipment installation inside and outside the building there in Moses Lake is set to continue, while the plant is expected to open next year. You have an opportunity coming up tomorrow to help a family or child in need. It's the Bikes for Tykes event coming up tomorrow morning at 9 at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick. Volunteers will gather and build bicycles for local children. Apple Valley News Now is a partner for this event, and you might see some of our fellow family members out there tomorrow. Stranded on Northwest Peak, a woman shares her harrowing experience that led to her rescue from Mount Hood. And it's very cold out there. The possibility of snow falling in Eastern Washington. Stacey Lee is tracking all the developments in your First Alert forecast, plus a spike in the number of shoppers using a special method to pay for gifts. What you need to know before you try it out, next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Don't wait. Get Black Friday prices all month long now at Mattress Depot USA. Plus, get 0% financing for 5 years or pay just $39 down and get 100 days same as cash.
Mattress Depot USA.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
The next generation of streaming is here. Introducing Spectrum One Stream with Spectrum Internet, delivering fast and reliable speeds, advanced Wi-Fi for enhanced security on your devices, Spectrum Mobile with unlimited talk, text, and data, and now TV with the all-new Xumo Stream Box. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet for $49.99 a month, plus free advanced Wi-Fi, a free unlimited Spectrum mobile line, and the Xumo Stream Box, free when you add Spectrum TV. Call 833-976-4999. With Spectrum and Xumo, all your favorites are brought together in one place. Use the voice remote to search across live TV, on-demand movies and shows, and the most popular streaming apps to watch what you want faster and easier than ever. It's streaming simplified. Get Spectrum One Stream with Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, mobile, and now TV. Go to spectrum.com/stream, a Spectrum store, or call 833-976-4999.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking the gang to the slopes in an available all-wheel drive Pilot, delivering presents in a rugged Passport, or all in a few toys for yourself in a powerful Ridgeline. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
This holiday season, think big
and shop small.
Please support the small businesses in our community.
It never hurts to shop local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. Americans spent billions of dollars over the Thanksgiving weekend. A record amount of that was fueled by buy now, pay later purchases. Now, that option to spread payments out over interest-free or low-interest installments has been appealing to more and more people, but there are some concerns that you do need to know about before you try it out. Karen Kafa looks at what customers need to know.
While Americans' Black Friday and Cyber Monday spending hit record levels online, Adobe Analytics found consumers made a record amount of buy now, pay later installment purchases.
You spread out your payments over time, and retailers partner with different services to do that. And that's something that's compelling these days for shoppers because credit card interest rates are super high.
Adobe Analytics said buy now, pay later purchases soared 43% over 1 year ago. Lisa Gill of Consumer Reports says it's important to know the terms of each third-party servicer, including late fees.
Read that little fine print about what you're getting into and make sure that there's no interest fee, there's no loan fee, and that there's understand what those late fees are all about.
Research from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York found buy now, pay later plans disproportionately used by financially fragile consumers, including those with low credit scores or unmet credit needs. Gill says it's key to stay on top of what's owed, since delinquencies can end up in collections and on a credit report.
It's very easy once you start doing buy now, pay later on one purchase to do it on another, and then on another, and then on another. And we found that the more loans that people had taken out, the more likely they were going to have problems making payments or making payments on time.
And for larger purchases like computers or televisions, using a credit card may give greater protection in the event of a damaged or lost item or an item that needs to be returned. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
Making Northwest headlines this evening, a woman who survived a fall recently on Mount Hood in Oregon is now talking about her experience. Leah Brown fell hundreds of feet near the summit on Saturday, and the Clackamas County Sheriff's Office says she tumbled 300 to 400 feet.
I remember yelling, falling, because that's what you're supposed to do. And I dropped one of my tools that wasn't attached to me, and the other one that was attached got tangled, so I couldn't I couldn't get a hold of it.
Now, Portland Mountain Rescue was on the mountain and witnessed that fall. They reached Brown. They were able to help her until a team from Hood River got there. It took 7 hours to get her off the mountain. She did have a concussion and some bruising, but was not seriously injured. She says she's thankful to her rescuers and owes them her life. Now, with just a month left in 2023, we're getting a look at the free days for visiting state parks and Department of Natural Resources land here in Washington for the next year. Discovery Pass free days means that you can visit these areas without paying for a Discovery Pass. The first one is New Year's Day, followed by MLK Jr. Day on January 15th, Billy Frank Jr.'s birthday on March 9th, and then several more throughout the year. Discovery free pass days apply only to day use, not overnight use or rented facilities.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look at our Skywatch radar. We're tracking snow coming down the Yakima Valley, down through Prosser now, and spreading into the Tri-Cities tonight as we speak. Even seeing a little rain mixed with snow, Tri-Cities, and those showers or snow showers even moving up towards the Connell area. Prosser, I-84 corridor. Everybody's getting a little bit tonight. All right, let's take a look at our futurecast, our weather pattern next 3 days. This is today's system that's coming through the Cascades Tri-Cities region. That one moves out, then the next one moves in. This one's even more substantial for the Cascade Mountains. We'll see snow to start our day off tomorrow, transitioning to rain mix, eventually to rain, because we're going to start to see a little bit of a warming trend as we get into the weekend. Here's our futurecast locally. We can kind of time that snow out for you tonight. 8 o'clock tonight, you'll see the snow again, Heppner, Pendleton, Hermiston, Tri-Cities, all the way up the Yakima Kittitas Valley. Starts to break up a little bit later around midnight, and then we'll see that concentrate here on the foothills of the Blues, Pendleton, Walla Walla, all the way up to Connell. Here's that next round. This is what we're keeping an eye on for tomorrow. There could be some school delays with snow falling through Ellensburg and Yakima. Then you get down the valley into the Columbia Basin, and we see rain mixed with snow. So those roads could be slick tomorrow morning to start the day, transitioning to rain showers later in the afternoon, and we'll continue to see the rain shower activity along the foothills of the Blues with snow in the Blue Mountains. So we'll continue to see active weather. This is Friday night. There's the rain showers for the Columbia Basin, snow in the mountains, snow in the Cascades. We get into our Saturday early morning, more snow falling in the Cascades. Most of us in the lower elevations will be seeing rain. Our temperatures are going to increase a good 20 degrees here as we head into the weekend. So we'll see temperatures hitting back into the 50s. Here's Saturday night, more snow across the passes. Again, you're going to want to check those pass conditions very carefully. Here's the heavy rain showers through the Columbia Basin and more snow in the Blues. So winter storm warnings and watches in effect all through the area through Sunday. Expecting quite a bit of snow in the Cascades. We're talking a couple of feet actually. Now, futurecast, here's what we're expecting to accumulate by your tomorrow morning. This is about noon, just about, barely a little skiff in the Columbia Basin, closer to an inch in the Yakima Valley, much more in Ellensburg, and even the foothills of the Blues, about a half an inch. Pendleton could pick up an inch, maybe an inch and a half there as well. Walla Walla looking not too bad. Look at Cle Elum, though, by Saturday up to 11 inches, so a lot of snow. Winter driving tips, again, check your forecast. We always tell you that. Make sure you have a full tank of gas. Let someone know your route you're taking, arrival time. Emergency supply kit, very important. Also, avoid travel if you're just not comfortable driving in these winter conditions. Our passes look pretty good tonight. However, they're requiring traction tires on White Pass this evening. It's snowing pretty hard there. Occasional snow on I-90. Stevens Pass is looking like light snow and ice with traction tires advised, and Cabbage Hill starting to see that snow come through tonight. 32 degrees on our Legends Casino Skycam tonight, and our feels like temperature even cooler. Here's those overnight lows, 20s and 30s through the region. For tomorrow, our daytime highs a little bit warmer than we've been seeing. We're bumping up into the 40s, and those temperatures will continue to rise into the weekend. Let's plan your day out for tomorrow. Yakima, again, that snow in the morning, transitioning to rain mix by about noon, and then we'll see things calm down later in the afternoon. Tri-Cities starting out snow, rain mix throughout the day till about noon, clearing up later in the afternoon, and Walla Walla, those morning snow showers with rain mix till noon, and then the rain continues in Walla Walla later on in the day. So again, you'll want to stay tuned, keep up to date on what's happening outside, and yes, there could be some school delays or even work delays for us tomorrow travel-wise. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And we're going to check in on some of the traffic that snow is already causing on the roads as we head out west. That's going to come up in just about 10 minutes. But first, is going vegan really any healthier? Coming up, we'll take a look at what happened when Stanford researchers looked at twins on different diets. That's next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
This December 1st to 3rd, experience the magic of the season during Walla Walla's Holiday Barrel Weekend. Kick off the weekend with wine, music, and fun at the Barrel Full of Money auction. Then, sip and savor your way throughout the weekend, tasting some of Walla Walla's renowned wines straight from the barrel. And the whole family can enjoy Walla Walla's charming downtown shops, indoor holiday markets, and the dazzling holiday parade of lights. Come join Holiday Barrel Weekend festivities. Visit Walla Walla December 1st through 3rd and taste the season.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back! 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's traveling to the holiday family dinner in an efficient Accord hybrid, or heading to a hike to burn it off in a powerful CR-V hybrid. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Welcome back to Sam's Hot Takes. What's hot now? Spectrum One Stream. It's internet, unlimited mobile, advanced Wi-Fi, and this Xumo Stream Box free with Spectrum TV. It makes searching for shows and movies across live TV and streaming apps easy. It's streaming simplified.
Get internet for $49.99 a month, plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Plus add Spectrum TV and get a free Xumo Stream Box for 12 months. Call 833-788-4999. Visit Spectrum.com or stop by a Spectrum store today.
Welcome back. A new study highlights the impact of eating more fruit, vegetables, and whole grains. Stanford researchers examined 22 sets of twins who ate healthy food for 8 weeks. Now, one group ate a vegan diet, another group ate animal products. Both improved their health, but researchers say the vegan group did just a bit better. Now, this only took 8 weeks, and experts say the study does not mean that you should eliminate animal products from your diet, does reinforce the health benefits of fruit, vegetables, and whole grains. It's December 1st tomorrow. That means Christmas is 25 days away. Hanukkah arrives in just a week. And while the holidays often mean fun with relatives, they can also heighten stress. So to manage holiday stress, one licensed therapist suggests giving yourself permission to do things differently, to say no to requests if you need to, and to set boundaries. Also, try to center yourself and just enjoy the moment.
You are literally using your senses to bring you into the present moment or the here and now. And that allows you to enjoy that time. Because what we don't want to happen is we plan all this great stuff, but then we get to the end of the holiday season and realize we don't really remember it.
She says another helpful stress management tool is practicing gratitude by being grateful for the blessings in your life. She says specifically focusing on that can help shift your mindset and help you to get a handle on the ups and downs of the holiday season. Tonight is the season finale of The Golden Bachelor. We've been holding watch parties all along the way as we've watched Gary Turner Looking for Love. Our last watch party of the season is coming up tonight at Twigs Bistro and Martini Bar. This is a 2-hour Golden Bachelor season finale. It starts at 8 right here on Apple Valley News Now. We'll hope you'll join us for the fun. Well, it's coming and could impact radio communications and GPS. We're talking about a powerful geomagnetic storm when it will reach Earth, new at 6:30. But first, Stacey Lee has your reason to smile.
And it's been a while since we've seen that sunset. We've been socked in with fog, so thank you to our friend Daphne Wenzel for sending in this Columbia River sunset. That's your reason to smile today. Remember to get outside, snap those weather photos, and send them to me, S. Lee, at applevalleynewsnow.com. Reason to smile brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental of Pasco.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
If you missed out on getting a McRib in the past, here's your chance to get one before you miss out again. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Come see Kimberly Perry of the Grammy Award-winning trio The Band Perry live in concert. Friday, January 12th, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Hear hits like If I Die Young and Better Dig 2, as well as new music from Kimberly's new solo EP, Super Bloom. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Kimberly Perry at Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, January 12th.
There's more to life than the car you drive. It's the smell of fresh air and thrill of the outdoors. The celebration of life and the family that lives it with you. It's those little moments you wish would never end. Whether you need room for 8 or enough torque for your weekend escape, no matter what your adventure, Corwin Ford will help you get there. Corwin Ford, family driven for over 100 years.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
You wouldn't buy a car without a test drive.
So why buy a mattress in a box from an online marketing company without ever knowing if it's right for you?
Don't go through the hassle of returning a mattress when you can get it right the first time.
Mattress Depot USA has top quality mattresses that you can actually touch and feel.
Made by local manufacturers.
You're gonna love our prices.
And same-day delivery. Try getting that online.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion, or bacon, or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. The holiday season kicks off this weekend in Yakima with the Holiday Lighted Parade. It begins Sunday evening at 6 at Millennium Plaza. The parade begins at 6th Avenue and ends in front of the Capitol Theater. Now, after the parade, a lighting ceremony takes place for the community tree at Millennium Plaza. It could mean the northern lights become visible in places they typically can't be seen. We're talking about a geomagnetic storm that is expected to impact technology here on Earth. And possible snow in the forecast. Stacey Lee is tracking all the latest developments. Your First Alert forecast is coming up. We're also talking about driving in snowy and icy conditions. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
New at 6:30, congestion is building right now on I-82 between Yakima and Ellensburg. This is the scene that we're dealing with out there right now. WashDOT says there are backups on both directions of I-82. They're saying that's because of adverse road conditions and multiple spinouts. Now here in the Tri-Cities, we have an Apple Valley News Now weather alert. We're tracking the potential for local snowfall. Stacey Lee is tracking that for us and has the details.
That's right. It's just starting to inch into our area. Let's check out our Skywatch radar and we'll zoom in. Again, we're seeing mixed precip. We're just starting to see that snow. West Richland, the outskirts of the Tri-Cities, it'll start to move more east. So we'll start seeing those flakes fly here soon. And again, we've been tracking snow on and off throughout the afternoon in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. We have winter storm warnings, winter weather watches, heavy snow in the Cascades. We could see 30 inches above 5,000 feet over the weekend. We also are going to see blizzard-like conditions near Mount Hood down the Columbia River Gorge as we're expecting high gusty winds on Saturday. Look for 10 to 20 inches in the Blue Mountains as well. Here's our Legends Casino Skycam. It's 32 degrees outside right now. Our feels like temp 27. Very chilly. Grab your coat tonight and all your gear. Light snow tonight, wintry mix and snow in the morning. It could impact your commute tomorrow morning. Could even see some school delays. Heavy snow, Cascades and the Blues. A wet, warm and windy weekend ahead. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. There's that wintry mix. It is an alert day tomorrow for the weather. We're looking at snow in the morning and then check out those temperatures. They start to climb and we'll see lots of rain as we're getting ready to take on not one but two, at least two atmospheric rivers over the next week. Here's a 7-day peek at Walla Walla and Hermiston. Alert day there tomorrow as well. And look at those temperatures rising with lots of rain headed our direction. So a lot more to talk about in my First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. And now this first snow possibility of the season for many parts of our area means that it's really time to start thinking about winter driving. Today, I talked to WashDOT about how their crews are preparing. Crashes can happen any time of year, even under the best of conditions. But when ice and snow roll in, that risk goes up. WashDOT officials tell me a lot of times people complain about the speed at which their crews are working, but there is a good reason for it.
They tend to go at speeds around 35 miles per hour. That's for better application of the chemicals that we're putting on the roadway.
Call it slow but steady. This time of year, especially with a storm moving in, WashDOT crews are working around the clock.
We do what's called running a hot seat. That means that every single piece of equipment has a person inside it at all times during a snow event like what we're expecting here.
The snow is expected to be falling fast on the mountains, but WashDOT says it's not always the snow itself that causes a problem for the passes.
Last year, the pass closed multiple times, and every single one of those was due to someone driving too fast for conditions, not paying attention. Focusing on this upcoming weekend, traffic volumes oftentimes double because it's a major east-west travel route on I-90 over Snoqualmie Pass. And so we'll see, one, an increase in traffic, and two, a storm is coming in.
No matter where you're headed, this is a good time to check your vehicle and make sure that you're prepared for anything.
Bring things that will keep you comfortable for an extended period of time. Boots, hats, gloves, blanket. What if you were stopped in traffic and there was a major road closure and you had to sit on the highway for a couple hours?
Now, switching gears here tonight, a judge has sentenced a Yakima man to 20 years in prison for producing and possession of child pornography. 28-year-old Bryce Quinton Hale of Yakima pleaded guilty to those charges last August. Now, according to court documents, Hale shared child porn in a group chat using a phone app. He was charged in November of 2021, but the U.S. Attorney's Office says he violated pretrial conditions by accessing the internet on a phone that contained additional child porn images and videos. Hale must also serve a decade of federal supervised release and must pay $3,000 in restitution. A judge has sentenced a Mabton man to 21 years in federal prison on 2 counts of abusive sexual contact of a minor. 58-year-old Joseph Leonard Roy pleaded guilty in November of 2022 to those charges. According to court documents, between 2017 and 2018, Roy molested 2 relatives of a person he was dating. The crimes took place on Yakima Nation property. Roy must serve 20 years of federal supervision following his release. Alabama Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville may back down from his position that is preventing military promotions from moving forward in Congress. That's after a bipartisan move by lawmakers to overcome his hold on the nominations.
Now we're working towards getting, which I've been very much for, getting the promotions over with. We need to get them promoted. I don't know what they're going to do with the resolution, but we're going through all the people that are up for promotion. We will promote people in the very near future.
So Senator Tuberville has been blocking military promotions over a Defense Department policy that compensates military personnel for traveling out of state for an abortion if they need to. The senator says he will not lift his hold on all nominees, but he does plan to consider the background of each nominee. He says he plans to prevent those who might support so-called woke issues at the Pentagon from advancing. Also on Capitol Hill, embattled New York Congressman George Santos faces an expulsion vote. The New York lawmaker vows not to resign even in the midst of losing support from members of his own party. ABC's Ike Ejiochi has the latest.
New York Representative George Santos, the freshman congressman whose first term has been riddled with scandal, punctuated by 23 felony charges, may be on the cusp of expulsion by his own Republican colleagues.
If I leave, they win. If I leave, the bullies take place. This is bullying.
Thursday morning, Santos speaking out about his possible ouster from Congress, the third attempt to remove him this year.
I don't care whether it's resignation or expulsion. He's got to go.
It comes after a damning report from the House Ethics Committee detailing what investigators said was his use of campaign funds for his own personal enrichment, including Botox treatments, vacations, designer clothing, rent, and even the website OnlyFans, known for its adult content.
I would ask that all members vote to support the expulsion of Representative Santos.
House Speaker Mike Johnson says the expulsion vote will likely take place Friday. Johnson telling Republicans to vote their conscience still. The Louisiana Republican expressing concern about ousting a member who hasn't been criminally convicted in a court of law.
I personally have real reservations about doing this. I'm concerned about a precedent that may be set for that.
House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries labeling Santos a national embarrassment Thursday, agreeing with Speaker Johnson, saying the vote to oust him is an issue of conscience.
The question that we should all be asking is, why is George Santos still around? Like, House Republicans knew a lot about George Santos before he was elected.
That was ABC's Ike Ejiochi reporting. Now, Representative Santos has doubled down. He is refusing to resign. He says his colleagues will have to vote him out for him to leave. If they do, it will only be the 6th time in history that a congressman was forcefully removed by their colleagues. We have encouraging news tonight for those shopping for a home. Mortgage rates have now dropped for the 5th week in a row. According to Freddie Mac, the 30-year fixed rate dropped to an average of 7.22%. A year ago, it was 6.49%, but the number of available homes for sale is still very low, which typically means more competition. Experts believe the recent rate drop could signal that rates have peaked for this cycle. Schools can get free antigen tests for COVID-19 starting next month. The Department of Health and Human Services is set to teach districts how to request them soon. Officials say the schools can keep the tests on site or send them home with students. The news comes as hospitalizations from COVID have been on the rise, and officials say they're expecting cases to spike. Tomorrow marks the anniversary of a milestone in civil rights history. Friday commemorates 68 years since the arrest of Rosa Parks on a Montgomery, Alabama bus. Members of the Congressional Black Caucus want Congress to pass a bill making December 1st Rosa Parks Day, a federal holiday. Representative Terry Sewell of Alabama introduced the bill in January. She says the proposed holiday would ensure that Parks' sacrifice is remembered, and she wants bipartisan support. If enacted, this would also be the first federal holiday honoring a woman. Elon Musk is lashing out against companies that pulled ads from the platform formerly known as Twitter. His response is coming up. Plus, a geomagnetic storm will soon reach Earth and could have some impact on technology. But what's having an impact right now? We could see snow in our region. Stacey Lee is closely tracking that in your First Alert forecast. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of it in a new Honda. Whether it's traveling to the holiday family dinner in an efficient Accord hybrid, or heading to a hike to burn it off in a powerful CR-V hybrid. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Pasco's Winterfest activities are back, starting with the Candy Cane Scavenger Hunt December 4th to 7th, and don't miss free movies at Pasco's Fairchild Cinemas. Then bring out the whole family for winter memories of music, kids games, crafts, food vendors, activity booths, photos with Santa, and of course, the exciting holiday tree lighting. Join us December 9th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Peanuts Park Pasco, 109 South 4th Avenue.
It's Mattress Depot USA's November sales event.
Meaning no money down and no interest for up to 3 years on our best-selling mattresses.
Like a queen plush Sealy mattress for just $3.99.
Or an adjustable bed for just $9.99.
Or a king-size memory foam mattress for just $7.99.
Visit our showrooms or shop online at MattressDepotUSA.com.
But hurry, our November sales event ends soon.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
A strong geomagnetic storm is headed towards Earth and could arrive Friday. That's according to NOAA. Forecasters say the geomagnetic storm increases chances to see the aurora borealis, also known as the northern lights, for places as far south as Oregon, Iowa, and Pennsylvania. But it could also create issues like radio frequency blackouts, GPS problems, or power irregularities. Now, these geomagnetic storms occur every 11 years. They typically last about 4 months. We're tracking some developing news here in the Tri-Cities. We're getting reports now that traffic on State Route 240 in Kennewick is completely stopped in eastbound lanes from Edison to the 395 interchange. We have a crew out there gathering information, but we do know the conditions are changing. We're talking about winter driving tonight, and that's in our First Alert forecast.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert weather with Stacey Lee.
And just what we talked about yesterday, we said commute time, we're going to start to see that snowfall, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Here's our Legends Casino Skycam. I zoomed in so you could see that snow coming down right now in Richland. So it's very chilly, and those roads are going to be slick. We're down to 32 degrees, or feels like temp 27. Winds are light at 5 miles per hour, so it has begun. And here's a quick zoom in so you can see just how widespread the snow is all the way down the Yakima Valley into the lower valley, Benton City, right right into the Tri-Cities seeing that snow, and that snow will continue on and off throughout the evening. We're even seeing a little mixed precip. That pink tends to be rain mixed with snow, but with those temperatures down to 32 now, it will pretty much be snow for the entire evening. Here's the setup. Again, this is tonight's storm, or today's storm, that we've been tracking across the Cascades all day long. It moves to the east. We got another band coming, heavy snow in the Cascades. That'll be a bigger punch tomorrow for the mountains, and then we'll start to see warming temperatures. So we'll start off with snow, but change over to rain later on. And once that rain starts, it's going to continue for several days going forward, as we have two atmospheric rivers lined up behind these couple of snowstorms. So lots of activity weather-wise. Here's our future cast. There's that snow continuing through 8 o'clock. About midnight or so, we'll start to see it drying up in the Tri-Cities, moving towards Walla Walla, Connell. But we're not done. Right in time for our commute tomorrow, we'll see snow falling in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, right on down the lower valley into the Columbia Basin Tri-Cities. We could see some rain mixed with snow there. Probably snowflakes to start with, then transitioning to rain and rain mixed with snow later in the day. Be aware of that. But it doesn't stop here. We have more snow continuing through the Yakima area. Most of it staying in the the Cascade Mountains Friday night into Saturday. That's when we're going to see some heavy snowfall. We'll see rain showers coming through the Columbia Basin. More snow falling in the Blues. We continue to see active weather across the Cascades. Here comes those showers with that warm up, and we'll continue to see mountain snow showers on and off throughout the weekend. Our watches and warnings are lasting through Sunday. This is 11 o'clock Saturday. More snow in the Cascades, more rain in the lower elevations, heavy at times through the Columbia Basin. So we're tracking quite a bit of water coming our direction. Now, as far as snowfall accumulation, not going to be a ton of accumulation from this system through tomorrow. And then after Friday, we start to warm up. So very low amounts, close to an inch in Yakima, a little over an inch in Ellensburg, and we're seeing less than an inch in the foothills, except for Pendleton. We could see about an inch or so there. Keep an eye on Cle Elum, though. This is going to be up to about 11 inches, and that will be across Snoqualmie Pass. So a lot of snow collecting there. So if you have any travel plans this weekend, you'll want to plan ahead. You'll check your pass reports. Our passes are open this evening, but we are seeing backups in different areas because we've been seeing that snowfall throughout the day. And as the temperatures have dropped tonight, those roads have gotten slick. Light snowfall through the area this evening, with most of us below freezing. 32 for Hermiston, 30 Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, Yakima, Toppenish, 29 degrees. Tomorrow's daytime highs a little bit warmer than we've been seeing. We're getting into the 30s and 40s, upper 30s and 40s, that is, through the area. Let's plan your day. Again, wind-wise, we're not looking too bad. There's your snow chances continuing through midday, and then we'll start to see things drying up. In Yakima, 100% chance of morning snow. Could see some school delays there. That's going to continue to at least noon, and then we'll see a little bit of a dry out later in the day. For Walla Walla, we've got an 80% chance of snow in the morning. Here's our rain mix by noon there, so could be some slick roadways and still wet at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. For the folks in Hermiston, we'll see those snow showers transitioning to rain showers by the afternoon, and a little bit of partial clearing later in the day. I've got a lot more to get to. Your full 7-day planning forecasts are on the way. Stick around. There's more Apple Valley news now at 6:30.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Fred's warehouses are loaded with inventory. When your fridge stops working, you need a new one, and you need it now. Fred's has them in stock. But box stores never have this much inventory on hand. You can wait weeks for delivery. At Fred's, get your new appliance the next day. Fred's always has the guaranteed lowest price and shows you competitors' prices on our price tags. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
This holiday season, Jacobs & Rhodes wants to turn ugly into unforgettable with the Ugly Furnace Contest. Send us a photo of your ugly furnace at applevalleynewsnow.com under the Features tab, and you could win the gift of warmth. The more creative, the better. First prize, a brand new free gas furnace from Jacobs & Rhodes. Plus, every entry receives a free system inspection and 10% off all repairs. Remember, you must be within 30 miles to win. Embrace the holiday spirit with Jacobs & Rhodes. Show us your ugly furnace, and you could win a new furnace for Christmas.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Ooh, the DQ Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
The Black Friday savings have been extended one final week at Walker's Furniture. Get huge Black Friday discounts while supplies last. Or get no money down, no minimum purchase, no interest for up to 5 years financing.
It's the perfect time to upgrade your living room or get that new dining room or bedroom furniture just in time for those holiday gatherings. Plus, choose from a large selection of top name brand mattress sets.
Furnish your life for less. Today through this Monday at Walker's.
This newscast sponsored by Walker's Furniture and Mattress.
Welcome back. Billionaire CEO Elon Musk is lashing out with profanity on advertisers, including the Walt Disney Company, which is the parent company of ABC, during an interview. That after those companies left his social media company X following his endorsement of an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory in a post. ABC's Melissa Adon is tracking the drama.
Growing controversy surrounding Elon Musk, the billionaire apologizing at the annual New York Times Deal Book Summit for responding to a post on his social media network X sharing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
You know, if I could go back and say I should, in retrospect, not have replied to that particular person, and I should have written in greater length as to what I meant. Essentially, I handed a loaded gun to those who hate me, and arguably to those who are anti-Semitic. For that, I'm quite sorry. That was not my intention.
In the post, Musk responded by saying, "You have said the actual truth," after a user posted that, quote, "Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them." In response, advertisers like IBM, Apple, and ABC News parent company Disney bolted. At the summit, Musk then calling for the company's ads to leave.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go f*** yourself.
Musk also criticizing Disney CEO Bob Iger, who attended the same summit. Musk recently visited Israel and toured a village where dozens were killed following the October 7th terrorist attack.
The trip to Israel is independent of it wasn't some apology tour.
The controversy could reportedly cost X up to $75 million in lost ad revenue by the end of the year.
He has insulted them, and he's telling them that they've ruined the company by no longer advertising on the platform.
That was ABC's Melissa Adon reporting. Now, during that summit, Musk said the public will be the judge. He later reposted that comment on the social media platform X. We'll have a final look at your weather here locally when we come back.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's dropping off presents in a sporty Civic or picking up a few for yourself in a fun-to-drive HR-V. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
I came here on this journey hoping to find love. This is it.
At Bruce Heating & Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating & Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now, through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,400 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating & Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. The season finale of The Golden Bachelor airs on Apple Valley News Now, coming up just about an hour away. We've been holding watch parties all along at Twigs in Kennewick. We've watched Gary Turner Looking for Love. Now, the last watch party of the season is tonight at Twigs Bistro and Martini Bar. Don't miss the 2-hour Golden Bachelor season finale. That's coming up at 8 right here on Apple Valley News Now. Stacey, it's been the most dramatic season ever.
Right. Leslie, Teresa, who's it going to be?
We're going to find out.
That's right. So excited to be there, and hopefully you can make it out there safely tonight. Let's talk about that. We're seeing snow coming down in the area. We're going to see snow tomorrow morning. I'm kind of guesstimating that there could be some school delays tomorrow in Yakima as that snow will continue to fall in the morning. Look at the warm up though, and the transition from snow to just lots of rain. That's due to, in part, not one, but 2 atmospheric rivers pointed right at the Pacific Northwest, and those are going to come just all week long. We don't really get a break. There's that wintry mix in the morning. Actually, some snow in the Tri-Cities as well. Could see some delays for the students there, and then get ready for all that rain. Walla Walla, that mix will happen as well. You'll see those morning snow showers. So again, takeaway here is drive safe, take it slow, be ready for slick conditions on those roads.
Yeah, maybe set the alarm a little bit earlier tomorrow morning.
There you go. Perfect.
All right. Thanks, Stacey. And thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com. And we're back tonight at 11.